Mastery in any field requires 10,000 hours or 7 years of hard work, or both. Most people only become wealthy after the age of 40 or 50 if they achieve it at all. It takes them many years of hard work, continuous learning, and experience to develop an extensive enough repertoire of patterns so that they can recognize and take advantage of opportunities that appear to them. Up to that time they make many mistakes, 2 steps forward and 1 step back, as they say. The foundation of self-confidence, the law of incremental improvement, is your key to an unlimited future of success, prosperity, and self-confidence. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. All that matters is where you're going. As Theodore Roosevelt said, do what you can with what you have where you are. By applying the law of incremental improvement to yourself and your work, you can begin moving upward toward joining the great ones in your field. If you are doing what you love to do and you are doing it with all your heart, by engaging in continuous personal and professional improvement, you can begin to move forward at such a rapid rate that it will astonish you. You've heard of the 80-20 rule, which says that 80% of the income goes to 20% of the people. Your goal, if you are not already there, should be to join the top 20 in your field. If you're in the top 20% already, your job is to get into the top 10% and then the top 5% and then the top 4% and so on. Your goal should be to be the best. Your goal is to be recognized by those around you as outstanding in your field. Your goal must be to pay any price, overcome any obstacle, and make any effort necessary to become excellent in your chosen career. And in just a moment I'll show you how. Moving to the top, there is one small problem that you need to deal with before you become one of the best in your field. Earlier in this book I said that most of us grow up with feelings of inferiority and inadequacy because of low self-esteem and selling ourselves short. Many of us never even think about becoming excellent at our work. It never even occurs to us that we have the ability to learn anything we need to learn to be able to do an outstanding job at anything we put our minds to. The fact is that generally speaking, you have the capability to excel at anything that is really important to you. If anyone else has achieved a high level of confidence in your field, then so can you. All you have to do is do the same things over and over until sooner or later you get the same results that they have. This is the law of cause and effect in action. When you practice this law in conjunction with the law of incremental improvement, you can move from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. Identify your Key skills just as choosing the right work or career for you requires self-analysis and self-awareness. Moving to the top of your field requires that you take your existing position and you break it down into what we call its key result areas or its core competencies in every job and in every company for that matter. There are a few key skills, seldom more than 5 to 7, that determine the success or failure of the person in that job. Wherever an individual is having trouble in his or her career, it is usually because he or she is weak in one or more of these crass or core skills. Wherever a person is successful, it turns out that they are strong in all of the key skills necessary for success in that job. And here's a key discovery: your weakest important skill determines the height of your success in your work. You could be excellent at 6 out of 7 of your key result areas, but your weakness in the 7th area can hold you back for years. Analyze your skill levels. Your first job is to break your work down into its component parts, its basic skills, its basic key result areas, and then honestly analyze your level of competence in each one by giving yourself a grade on a scale of 1 to 10. For example, if you are in sales, your key result areas or core skills might be prospecting, establishing rapport, identifying problems accurately, presenting solutions, answering objections, posing the sale, and getting resales and referrals from satisfied customers. A weakness in any one of these areas could be fatal to your success and your income. If you're in business, your key result areas could be leadership and management, strategic planning, marketing and sales, staffing and delegating, financial controls and administration, and production and quality controls. Each situation may be slightly different, but the same concept applies. Success begins by analyzing the individual parts of your performance and then by making a plan to become very good in each area. Deliberate practice. One of the most important breakthroughs in personal performance and career success is described in Jeffrey Colvin's top-selling book, Talent is Overrated. Colvin shows that most people start their careers with limited marketable skills and then develop from there. It turns out that those executives who got to the top early in their careers developed the habit of identifying the most important skill they could develop at that stage of their career. They would then dedicate themselves to mastering that skill, one skill at a time. Once they had developed a key skill, they would then identify the one skill that could help them to advance even further. Their entire career ladder consisted of mastering each key Skill one at a time until the compound effect took over and they moved rapidly upwards in their jobs. Identify your key skill. A good exercise is to ask yourself, what is my limiting skill? What is it that I do or don't do that is determining the speed at which I succeed and move ahead in my job? What is the performance bottleneck or choke point in your work? What limits you or holds you back from getting to where you want to go? Sometimes taking the time to develop one limiting skill will put your entire career onto the fast track. A manager in one of my seminars asked me privately why it was that he was continually passed over for promotion at his engineering firm, even though his boss acknowledged that he did excellent work. I asked him about the qualities and activities of the highest paid engineers in the company. It turned out that they, along with accountants, architects, and many other professionals, were rainmakers. They had the ability to make presentations to clients and to sell them on the idea of giving work to their firm. He then told me that he was terrified of public speaking and any kind of selling. I told him that if he wanted to move up in his firm, it should take a course in public speaking, overcome his fears, and begin bringing in business to his company. A year later, I was giving another management seminar which he attended. He had taken my advice, joined Toastmasters, and taken a Dale Carnegie course, and had become a fluent and popular spokesman for his company. He had been promoted twice, his income was up 40%, and he was one of the most respected people in his firm. His whole life and career had been transformed by the development of a key skill. All skills are learnable once you have defined your ideal job and then broken that job down into its constituent parts or core skills, and then made a plan to become very good in each part of your job. Then your final key to self-motivation and a feeling of growth is to commit yourself to continuous, never-ending self-improvement. Make a decision right now to dedicate yourself to a lifetime process of personal and professional development. Here are 3 simple rules that will change your life. Number 1. Invest 3% of your income back into yourself. Spend 3% of what you earn on personal research and development, on upgrading your skills and abilities, and on becoming better at performing the most important tasks that are required of you. If you invest 3% of your income back into yourself, you'll never have to worry about money again. Number 2. Read for 1 hour or more each day in your chosen field, underlying and taking careful notes that you can review regularly. A simple technique is to read and underline with a red pen, and then go back and transfer all of those key points into a spiral notebook. You can dictate the key points and have them typed up for you, or use dictation software that translates your voice in, which you can then print out. You will then have a synopsis of the most important ideas in any book. When you Review them, which only takes about 10 minutes or so, 5 or 6 times. You memorize all the key points. This method is used by some of the most successful men and women in America. Number 3. Listen to audio programs in your car. Turn your automobile into a mobile classroom, a university on wheels. Never drive your car without your educational audio programs playing. According to the American Automobile Association, the average driver spans between 500 and 1,000 hours each year in their car. If you turn this driving time into learning time, you can become one of the best educated people of your generation. Your most valuable financial asset, your ability to earn money by applying your knowledge and skill, is the most important single source of money in your life. This is called your earning power and is the sum total of all your knowledge and skill applied to doing a job. Your earning ability is your ability to get results that someone will pay you for. This capacity represents as much as 80 to 90% of your total net worth, and your earning ability is either an appreciating asset, becoming more valuable each month and year, or a depreciating asset, losing value each month and year because of a failure to continually upgrade your skills. One of the smartest expenditures you can make is to invest in your earning ability to become better at what pays you the most. This continuous investment in yourself will put you behind the wheel of your own life. It will assure you of greater success and self-confidence every day of your life, and by the law of indirect effort, a commitment to yourself will earn you the self-esteem, self-respect, and personal pride that you desire. You'll eventually achieve the confidence and mastery in your field that generates the feelings of self-confidence that make you irresistible. There is no limit to what you can accomplish if you know the direction that you are going, and you are willing to make the average to become excellent at what you do.